During the third millennia, in a strange place known as the United States of America, a war was brewing. Brainwashed Marxist idiots in colleges across the nation clashed with equally brainwashed, anime-obsessed neo-Nazis. Starbucks windows were shattered, Dodge Challengers were totaled, and Muslims realized that rental vans were cheaper than plane tickets. Skinny, anemic millennials from coast to coast were hospitalized with life-changing injuries such as sprains and first-degree burns. And the heroic knights of 4chan rose up to defeat Shia LaBeouf and drive the evil villain into a descent towards a madness the likes from which he would never recover. As the enemies of freedom destroy the cities that raised them, as America begins to resemble an Iron Maiden album come to life, two heroes have risen up to fight against the culture of utter madness and restore sanity the only way they know how, by refusing to take any of it seriously. Mersh.
And I said, hey, oi, let's chop your penis off. Oi, can I have my penis back? Why do you have dreadlocks, you white oppressor?
Royce Lopez.
Always be aborting. A always B aborting. Always be aborting.
Breaking news.
Breaking news, guys.
You're hearing it only on our show first. Apparently Donald Trump has worked out a deal. He will get the wall. Unfortunately, it's going to be a rock climbing wall.
Oh, no! The other side's going to be a slide. You climb the wall up and you just
lands into a nice, clean, chlorinated pool. And then you immediately get a welfare check. Fucking A.
Oh, shit. He was a boy, he went to girl, now he wants to be a boy again.
Oh, God, just stay a girl if you're going to be this indecisive.
I think Caitlyn Jenner's a handsome woman with a great penis. Look, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with trannies. I just don't want to put that one's cock in my mouth.
Bound forever by their mutual love of smoking marijuana, Simpsons references and affection towards Alex Jones, these two men have joined forces to bring you uncut news and opinions directly from the belly of the beast. Saving Western civilization one childish dick joke at a time, here they are, your new heroes of the Imperium, Mersh and Royce Lopez.
And a happy Friday afternoon to you. Welcome aboard, everyone, to our end of the week edition of your favorite right-wing comedy news and entertainment program, Revenge of the Sis, the show that aims to save Western civilization by refusing to take anything too seriously.
Saved even.
I know. Shut up. Don't point it out.
Okay, I won't.
Fucking point it out.
I'm sorry. It makes it weird. I get it. Okay, ready? 5, 4, 3,
2, 1. And a happy Friday afternoon to you, everybody. Welcome aboard, everyone, and welcome to our end of the week edition of your favorite right-wing comedy news and entertainment program, Revenge of the Sis, the show that aims to save Western civilization by refusing to take anything too seriously. We are Mike Shealy. We are Royce Lopez. We are the leaders of the media insurgency. If you can, please take a moment, share this live stream link right now on your social media. Rate us 5 stars on iTunes and Facebook. Welcome your friends to join us in this movement. And today we'll be discussing the war, the boycott war, following the Parkland shooting, and then Cuck Eichenwald and migrant machete fights, and hashtag
so much things.
Hashtag boycott Nickelodeon. That's a big one.
So many things are going on.
So many things. So remember, which one are we doing first?
Let's start with Nickelodeon.
Okay, so remember when we were talking about this Dan Schneider fella?
No, who?
Let's check it out. It's a producer guy, right?
Okay.
So, remember we were telling you about Dan Schneider, right? And then, of course,
and the
there was
Hyman Collider Schneider?
Before Schneider, of course, there was Brian Peck, there was Jason Michael Handy, there was David Taylor, there was a lot of guys banging kids over at Nickelodeon.
I would dare say too many.
As news started to break this week about Dan Schneider parting ways with Nickelodeon, getting a fat payout and running off into the sunset, a lot of allegations are coming forth. Royce and myself said to each other, hey, can't get any worse than this for Nickelodeon, right? Did something happen?
Ren and Stimpy creator accused of harassment, child porn, sex with a teen girl.
Okay, look. We could have let the first one slide. Like that Savino guy, that Loud House guy, he's looking like a fucking choir boy.
Yes.
Over at Nickelodeon at this point. You want to play a little grab ass? You want to play a little Dan Harmon in The Office? That's fine.
A little Dan Harmon?
Play a little grabby Dan Harmon, that's fine. This is bad.
John Krifalasi, creator of Ren and Stimpy. 2 women have come forward to detail allegations of workplace sexual harassment, statutory rape, and possession of child pornography against animator and Ren and Stimpy creator John Krifalasi. The detailed report by BuzzFeed News, Robin Bird and Katie Rice, recounted befriending him when they were just 13, after writing him as fans and aspiring animators. They said he paid special attention to the 2 young girls and promised to help foster their careers. In Bird's case, she ended up becoming his live-in girlfriend.
What the fuck?
And intern at his company when she was 16 and he was 39.
Ooh, lad. That's not even...
Yeah, that's not great.
Nigga, that's older than us.
Yeah, that's older than us.
That's not good. Ooh.
Rice, meanwhile, allegedly endured years of sexual harassment working for him as well. While Ren and Stimpy is perhaps his most well-known work, he's been a staple of the cartoon animation for decades, most recently animating 2 opening sequences for The Simpsons and doing the key art for Miley Cyrus's Bangers with a Z tour.
Oh, no.
The original title was Kid Bangers, but they changed it.
Oh, fuck. Gary Glitter helped write some songs for us.
Hey! The accuser said he carried a great deal of clout. After Bird's initials letters to him, she claimed that she was sent boxes of toys and art supplies and helped her get her first AOL account, and the 2 started communicating with each other. At first, she said she thought their relationship was strictly professional. However, when she was in the 11th grade, he reportedly flew her to Los Angeles, initiated sexual contact for the first time when she was 16. The summer before her senior year in 1997, real quick, was she the daughter of anyone at the Laugh Factory or a comedy thing? I'm just curious if it's
I don't think so this time.
This is a different thing?
This might be a different thing, yeah.
Okay, I get confused.
This is TV, not radio.
Got it. She said she moved in with him and his girlfriend before her senior year of high school. And after she graduated, she moved in permanently and continued to work with him on Spumco Animation Company. The relationship ended briefly in 2000 and for good in 2002. She said the situation grew so tumultuous that she abandoned her dreams of being an animator and just to get away from him. The 1990s were a time of mental and emotional fragility for Mr. Kraflossi, especially after losing Ren and Stimpy, his most prized creation, for a brief time. 25 years ago, he had a 16-year-old girlfriend. A lawyer representing Kraflossi told BuzzFeed in a statement, over the years, John struggled with what were eventually diagnosed mental illnesses in 2008. To the point for nearly 3 decades, he had relied primarily on alcohol to self-medicate. Since that time, he has worked feverishly on his mental health issues and has been successful in stabilizing his life over the last decades. The achievement has also allowed John the opportunity to grow and mature in ways he never had a chance before. That's his lawyer. The article also The article also
for you.
The article also named Rice, who said he never touched her but hit on her explicitly when she was underage. At one point, she claimed he masturbated on the phone with her before she was 18. When she finally turned 18, she said he offered her a job at Spumco, which she accepted, but she left years later following a pattern. Okay, listen. This is a different girl, not the first one. If he masturbated with you on the phone before this, why did you take the job? I'm not defending him. Don't get me wrong. He's a piece of shit. However, if somebody masturbated on the phone who was friends with me, and then they offered me a job, I'd be like, no, you fucking creep. I'm not working with you.
Depends on the job.
I guess that's true. Might be a Louis C.K. situation. Lawyer denied that he ever possessed child pornography. Both women said they feared retribution all these years, but were inspired to make their stories public and amid the growing Me Too movement. His representatives did not immediately respond to Fox News.
So what's next? You can find out like Doug Funny molested Tommy Pickles.
No, he was a baby.
We're gonna find out
He was a baby.
fucking Rocco's Modern Life. He had a rape torture chamber under his house. Watch, it's all gonna come out.
You know, that's good. I'm glad they got him. But how about the rest? There's still more, folks.
Can we all agree? Oh, sorry. Can we all agree now? And I've been saying this for years. I said it about Sandusky years ago. Anybody who coaches the Little League team but has never had a kid on the team is suspect. This also applies to children's television. Look, if Royce and I got offered a gig to go do kids TV, what fucking weird alternate universe that happened
No,
in?
looking at the state of things, this universe.
Jesus Christ.
This universe.
Holy shit, you're right.
This universe. We're the cleanest ones out there.
Oh my God, you're right. We would never even be alone in a room with a kid.
No.
Is there a PA, please?
Hey,
Get a goddamn PA in here. I don't.
Mom?
Whose kid is this? I'm trying to fucking smoke weed back here. Get this kid out of here. Because we have adult vices like regular people. That would be your biggest complaint. Look, we got a live action kids show, and this place reeks like marijuana. Could you guys dial
Can
it?
you please not?
We can do it outside. Look, I can't make any promises, but
Can we get the old Game Shaker set, though?
I can make you one promise. I'm not going to fuck your kids. Shake on it.
He has.
And it'll work for far less than Dan Schneider. I guarantee you Royce and I could come up with a show that would be a fucking, no pun intended, a banger.
Yes.
Like
Adult banger.
Well, kid.
Adult banger for kids.
Technically a kid banger.
Don't do that. That makes it bad.
I meant a hit for
Okay.
kids.
Hit on kids.
But this is not going my way.
John Kraflalusi. I'm trying to pronounce it right. Kricfalusi. Kricflossi? I don't know.
It's.
He did reply.
Did he?
Yeah.
Did he reply?
What rolls downstairs, a loner and flares, rolls over your neighbor's dog.
That's not him.
And fits on your back. It's
How do you know? That's his girlfriend. Look, that's one. We're still waiting for old Schneider. And Mike pointed out there's already some sites that are, using his words, done a master class on how to fucking box us out of the story.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I read a whole story that summarizes everything we did
Yes.
without mentioning
us.
and linking to everything around us. And I'm like, well played. So I already know where this is going.
I guess for optics, we're not great for this story.
I get it. Whatever.
So
it's also the fact that nobody likes us, and it's we've earned that status.
is it our fault? I think it's our fault.
To a degree, but it's not. Look, blame is shared in that case, all right? If there's people out there, I'm looking at you, Cernovich, fucking, and other retards that don't want to give us credit because, oh, we don't like those guys. It's not our fault that you guys have done fraudulent things. You guys have been stupid in the past, and we've called you out for it. I mean, for fuck's sake, dude, I will give credit where credit is due. Ian Miles Chong retweeted us last night.
Did he?
And we followed him. Yeah, I followed
So
him.
did Postback. We didn't follow him, though. We should do that.
Yeah, probably. But
Probably.
But it's like, look, we've had some differences with Ian Miles Chong, but I don't think we've ever had like an all-out
Mike
fucking
does
beef.
it like Orientals. He's been very clear about this.
That's not true. I like Frozen Asian.
Mike, okay, it's a no Orientals club.
Yeah.
We're allowed one.
But
Hi, Frozen.
I give credit where credit's due. He at least retweet. Like, he's not being a total cunt about this. But man, the people that are trying to pretend like these fucking whatever.
I know.
I hate these people.
I know.
This whole fucking network is disgusting.
I think it goes bigger than the network. I mean, listen, we have no proof on this yet because we really haven't done any digging yet. I'm sure we could if we wanted to.
Deep state, they're bussing the kids into fuck, Soros style. Globalism.
No, I was going to say I think Disney might also be There might be some skeletons in their closet.
Oh,
too.
there's a shitload of skeletons.
You tell me
in
the
Disney's closet,
Mickey Mouse Club? There's not problems in the Mickey Mouse Club?
bro. You go on Crazy Days and Nights. Read some of the anti-lawyer blinds. They point to Disney. Disney's
Kids
gross, man.
Incorporated?
Dude, I've heard fucking horror stories about things that were done allegedly, supposedly, to people like Fergie, to people like Jennifer Love Hewitt, to other people that to this day display signs of not being completely normal.
Yeah.
Say what you want. Jennifer Love Hewitt has stayed out of trouble, but
For the most part, yeah.
she's kind of nuts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you could tell certain girl, Fergie, kind of nuts.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying,
Hold on, but she's very good at singing the national anthem. At least she could do that.
I will fucking kill you if you.
All right, I apologize. Speaking of, and this is in the same vein, one of the most terrifying situations. Now, this is titled, Adorable Kid Interrupts Stranger on the Toilet. Now, obviously, this is funny.
Jesus Christ.
Check this out. This is funny, obviously, because it's a kid. He doesn't know what he's doing.
It's funny, but it's so uncomfortable.
But this is a Chick-fil-A. If you're the person sitting on the toilet, first off,
That's what I
brilliant
needed.
move to record. That's the first thing you should have done is start recording to show you're not the one that lured him into the fuck. Because the guy is sitting on the toilet taking a dump, which means
you think
his
having your,
dick's out.
I don't know. You think when you have a little kid that's not yours in a bathroom stall and your pants are off, you think recording's a good thing? Because I feel like that's probably
What's the opposite? What's the other chance?
I feel like for the sake of how it looks, though,
Here we go.
somebody opens up the door and you're recording and your pants off. You're like,
Well, here you go. Here's the video.
I want somebody to hold me and help me wash my hands.
oh boy, oh boy. And I feel bad. Where's this kid's parents? I feel bad for the kid.
What's your name?
Andrew.
Okay. Well, Okay. Well, I want somebody to hold me and help me wash my hands.
I think your mom's outside.
I would be nervously laughing too.
It's so uncomfortable.
You know why it's uncomfortable?
This is the greatest prank show ever. When does this debut?
You know what's so uncomfortable is that this could literally happen to anybody.
This would have made a great prank show series, though. Just sending kids into people's bathroom stalls. Where is this kid's parent, though?
Bro, that's mouthwash. I think your mom's outside, bro. No. Can you just... Alright, yeah, that's fine. Can you shut the door behind you?
You just gotta lock it.
Yeah, I'll lock it. Thanks, bro.
That's pretty fucking hilarious.
It is hilarious,
I
but
guess
at
I'm-
the same time, it is fucking terrifying.
Oh, yeah, it is terrifying. And obviously, it could be like a single mom situation. Maybe
Yeah,
the
yeah, no,
dad's
I'm
not
sure-
in the kid's
or-
life. And
yeah.
now Stefan Molyneux can do a fucking 20-minute video.
It's a
about how that
Chick-fil-A,
mother's
so it's
criminal.
not. It's a Chick-fil-A, so it's not a single mom situation. The dad's probably working. That's
a good point.
And the mom took the kid there after school. That's what I'm thinking.
because
Ch-
they're-
It's this wasn't
they're
an
winners.
Arby's bathroom.
Yeah, no, because they're all winners.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, that has to be one of the most terrifying situations to be in. Because this guy handled it, I guess, better than I would. I would literally be screaming, "Get your kid out of the toilet!" Because I do not want to ever be caught literally with my pants down with a child in the room. Oof. Let's move on to Microsoft. Microsoft to ban offensive language and monitor your private account.
All right, now I heard this and didn't believe. I didn't believe it because I'm a skeptic.
Oh, it's legit. This is from CBS. Microsoft is cracking down on what people say while using their services online. According to the new service agreement by the company, the tech giant is planning to ban accounts that use offensive language while going through your private data to, and this is in the thing, to investigate users.
Holy shit.
In a March 1st release, Microsoft warning customers using Office, Microsoft Office. So you're not talking about their email thing, like, Gmail scans your emails and all that shit. You're talking about if you were to write something, because all the new Offices connect online automatically. If you were to write something on Microsoft Office.
Something about like gassing up a bunch of bikes.
Right.
And then racing.
But
Some
then
sort
you
of
misspell
war.
bikes.
Okay.
And racing, you misspelled to race wars.
Which could happen sometimes.
You can get popped. But check this. Not just Microsoft Office. Xbox. Not just Xbox. Skype.
Wait, what? No.
If we are using Skype, this is the agreement. No, for real. If we're using Skype, let's say talking to a Paul Nalen type,
we can get kicked off Skype.
we could get our Skype account taken away.
We could probably get our Microsoft account.
The one that you
taken
log into your
away.
computer with, yes. This is in their service.
That's not good.
The company is prohibiting offensive language and inappropriate content starting May 1st.
I have a question, Microsoft. Pardon my language. It's not May 1st yet. But let's say I get in trouble under this new policy. How the fuck do I get in my computer that I paid for?
Here, this is a snippet from the new service agreement. Don't publicly display or use services to share inappropriate content or material involving, for example, nudity. So that goes half of Skype.
That's fair.
That's half of Skype gone, though. Because you know how many people, like with their girlfriends.
Skype
No,
sessions.
a lot of long distance relationships.
Yeah.
It's a lot of people, rubbing one out to their girlfriend on Skype. Look, there's shitty things too, but nudity on Skype, if you pay for Skype, that's if your phone company says you can't send a dick pic to your girlfriend.
Again, I'm thinking because I keep forgetting it's cross-platform.
Yeah.
So I'm
This
thinking
is-
like Xbox. I'd be like,
No,
don't
I
be
get
sending
Xbox.
your titties out on Xbox.
I agree with Xbox,
But-
you're talking
okay.
Skype.
Oh boy, yeah, Skype. I mean, there's a lot of people do the Skype sessions for
Yeah,
money.
absolutely, and legally too. They're not doing anything wrong.
No.
This one I agree with. Bestiality.
Well, yeah, but isn't that illegal?
It is illegal.
That's illegal.
The next one is pornography, which goes back to the first one. Now here's where it gets dicey. Offensive language. They don't say what it is. It's just offensive language. Graphic violence or criminal activity. Okay, the last two, no problem. I get
Yeah,
graphic
fine.
violence. I get criminal activity. Offensive language. Who determines what's offensive?
That's my problem. Is this hate speech or is this curse words? Like, is this cursing? Because
They leave it ambiguous on purpose.
How do you play video games or have somebody
I'll
on
say this.
Skype on a podcast and not curse?
You could say, I guarantee you they won't enforce things like fuck or shit or any of the 7 dirty words. As a matter of fact, they're not going to be censored because most video games that are on Xbox say those words. However, drop a the N bomb. Guarantee you that'll be enforced.
See you later, Xbox account.
That's literally every Call of Duty game or Halo game I have ever played in my life.
So that also the F word, the other F word.
The other F word.
The gay F word.
The worst thing you could call a man.
That one's out. And that's the other. I mean, it's 50% N word, 50% F word. And it's not
By the way, really funny, that's also the demographic of San Francisco. It's really funny. It's the same thing.
Well, there's Oakland and San Francisco. They're right next to each other. No, but listen. That's for years that shit has come out, and it's I don't even know how to explain it to people, but it's not coming from a place of like, let's kill these people or hurt them. You call people, faggots and N-words when you're pissed off because you got clipped in a Call of Duty game.
You basically have to only send letters like it's a Ken Burns documentary now. My dearest Petunia, it's been a fortnight since I've played Fortnite.
My dearest kid, as we march off into battle, I must tell you, these noob tubers are camping like a bitch. Can I say bitch? I'm not sure. Let me cross out bitch.
Microsoft has also added that the company plans on investigating users who are accused of violating the new policy and will block content from being sent to other people. So, again, the ones that concern me the most, all of them concern me, but are Skype and Office. What if you're using Office to fucking write a script? No, you've used Office to write a script. What if you're using Office to write a script and you say something that you don't like? What if you're, again, like we were saying, we're interviewing somebody on Skype that we completely disagree with, but they start calling people F-bombs and N-words, and is my Skype account not going to be taken? Are you taking every? So, it used to just be Facebook and Google and Twitch, which is Amazon. Now the last one that was left was Microsoft. Gone. When investigating alleged violations of these terms, Microsoft reserves the right to review your content in order to resolve the issue. So they could review your content. Be it, this is worse because, the whole Snowden thing and the NSA thing, it's terrible, the government. But now you're literally, to use their product, because if you deny it, the product doesn't work anymore with the new up. You know how that works. So that means you are giving Microsoft the right to go, you talking with your girlfriend, talking to your wife about something. They could go through all of your personal shit and investigate you. They're not, by the way, they are not the police. They're not the fucking...
Yeah, no, and I wouldn't even mind if their privacy policy said they would do all of those things if subpoenaed, or if, you know what I mean? If they said, look, everything Royce just said about their new privacy policy, if they said, we're going to do that all from now on in the case of if we're asked by law enforcement.
Right.
Go, all right, well, that's
fair.
Just saying they're going to cooperate with law enforcement. But now you're saying you're just going to skim through our shit.
Internet
Twitter and Facebook does.
Internet and privacy civil rights activists are already speaking out against Microsoft's service agreement, calling the upcoming policy an attack on free speech. Offensive language is fairly vague. Offensive to whom? What my granny might find offensive and what I might find offensive could be vastly different. Miss Smith of CSO Online wrote, Whoa. A woman? Civil rights activist and law student Jonathan Corbett added that Microsoft May 1st agreement just as an excuse to police people's behavior, even in private. He says, I can't use Skype to have an adult video call with my girlfriend. Oh, what I said. I can't use OneDrive to back up a document that says fuck in it. If I call someone a mean name in Xbox Live, not only will they cancel my account, but also confiscate any funds I've deposited into the account. So
they're just going to take your money?
Well, yeah, because they reserve the right to. So yeah, on Xbox, and same thing with PlayStation 4, you don't directly buy things. Like you don't go, I'm going to pay for this. They do it on purpose where you put your funds into their account, into your wallet, and then from there you buy things. So sometimes people, put $100 in there because it's easier for them to go, hey, or they got a gift card for Christmas. Hey, $100 for Xbox Live.
Yeah.
They can take, if your count goes, they take any funds that are in it.
Yeah, they did this to, this is what happened to Jeremy, that guy, Unsleeved Media, the guy that was in, did the uncovering of all the pedos at Magic the Gathering tournaments.
Yes.
He got kicked out, and it's the same program they have. And he had money loaded in this thing where he could buy things online, and they fucking just yanked his dough. Never gave it back to him. That's fucked up. That's I don't know, man. That's gross.
EFF claims silence online speech by forcing internet platforms to censor their users. The Department of Justice has also warned that the bill raises serious constitutional concerns because there's a Bill Digital Rights group that argues that Microsoft hardline policy stems from Congress passing 2 new sex trafficking bills, the reason Craigslist is gone, because they're held accountable. And to Stop Enabling Sex Trafficking Act holds platform responsible for user speech, illegally shared content, and anything connected to sex trafficking.
This is why I am very much against the definition, the current contemporary definition of what sex trafficking is needs to be changed, because right now it's pretty
Too vague.
gross. Yeah, dude, look, not every girl is he's got a guy who fucking manages her affairs, let's say, and happens to be a hooker, is being trafficked. It's not human, and if anything, it kind of lessens the weight of what
actual.
happens. Yeah, when a child is fucking, smuggled through borders to be raped to
Like
death.
a taken,
that's
like a
trafficking.
taken situation.
Yes. Not
Yeah.
this fucking now everything's a fucking, you know how many times when I was working in strip clubs and all that, like towards the end of my time in strip clubs the last few years, they'd be sniffing around all the time, the cops, like human trafficking. And you'd be like, bruh.
You know what's going to be next?
Bitches are just showing some titties.
You know what's going to be next? All, Chatterbait, all the campsites. They're going to be next. I'm telling you, they're going to be next. Because even though 99% of stuff is just girls in the room doing that, you know there's a 1% of girls that they pop on there, that they pimp them out in other countries to make money on those, Chatterbait sites.
Let me ask you something.
Oh, no, Jesse's here.
I want to ask you a question. Do you really want the government in charge of your masturbation?
No, Jesse, I don't.
They screw up everything. Why wouldn't they mess up a hand job or perhaps a blow job?
I like that you got Jesse down to even current Jesse, where you're shaking like he's shaking now.
You gotta have the shakes. I don't know what happened as far as... You remember when he was talking about it? I know somebody personally who's discovered marijuana because they had medical problems. And you're like, gee, I wonder who that is, Jesse.
Is it you, Jesse?
You fucking trying to hide the fact that you have worsening Parkinson's.
Yeah, look, this censoring is getting fucking
Yeah, that's it. It's fucking Microsoft, Google, and Facebook are now, and Twitter. They're all just going to work together to fuck you in the ass.
And there's nothing you could do about it.
I got it. I'm just going to wait for the new, what do you call it? Because I was just watching a documentary, Silicon Valley.
Yeah,
And
the
they're doing
new decentralized internet.
Yeah, they're, I'm just waiting for that to happen.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I guess I'll wait for the new Netscape Navigator to come out.
When is that? Because that'd be great.
Oh, that'd be so awesome.
Wouldn't it be fucking amazing if, like, Netscape just out of nowhere came back and they built, like, the most awesome Onion browser ever? It's like this great... If they built, like, this hybrid browser that could go on the regular internet and also the dark web. And it's just all easy. Like, and then Netscape just becomes super powerful. We're backing you, Netscape. We got your back.
You want to move to our neighbors across the pond?
I'd rather not, because these people make me just overwhelmingly sick lately.
South Scotland.
Oh, okay. I like them.
Arrest over offensive napkin comments. Police have said a 22-year-old man has been arrested as part of a hate crime investigation in Dumfries. The inquiry began after racially offensive comments were found scrawled on a napkin in a local Chinese restaurant. The discovery was made by a member of the staff at the Hong Kong Star in Friars Venel. A report is being prepared for the prosecution.
What the fuck is going on in your country?
Okay, first off, I'm not gonna lie. You ever go to a place like I'm sure you go to the restaurant sometimes where they give crayons to even the adults to write on the placemats, like Macaroni Grill or shit like that.
Yeah, it's like the way you go when you're fucking like a 22-year-old.
If somebody were to take some of the horrendous things that I wrote on those,
oh yeah,
I would in England. Think about that for a second.
Oh no,
I wrote some bad because as a dick, 21-year-old, 18-year-old, 19-year-old, you go, oh, well, what you want me to write before I leave?
I got a question.
Yeah, is the answer Japan?
How would it work if you live in Scotland or England, let's say, and you're playing the T-shirt game that we like to play?
Oh, I love that game.
But we would all be jailed
Forever,
for our
actually.
T-shirt submissions.
Especially if we were in Germany.
So there's this game you can play on your TV. It's like Jackbox. It's this thing,
And there's a thing called T-shirt wars or something.
Yeah, and you can actually draw your own T-shirts and slogans and like compete with each other. It's a fun little game. We will get drunk and play it sometimes. But every time me and Royce or any group of people play it, it's just...
It gets horrendous.
It's the most homophobic, racist, misogynistic, like downright torture porn stuff, poop.
At what point we had to say, look, can everyone stop with swastikas? We have too many of them already.
Yeah. And it's weird, too, because you can see who... You always know who drew what swastika by how good it is.
Exactly. That's a good point. Some people are better artists. So this game is very fun. And, the cool thing is at the end of it, you could even buy the T-shirt, although I don't think they would print ours.
That would be great.
But
especially if the T-shirt printer happened to be located in Scotland.
Yes.
And then they went to jail.
Secondly, Why wouldn't a fucking Chinese restaurant give a fuck? Oh, unless he wrote anti-Chinese things or anti-Oriental things on the napkin.
They wouldn't care.
No, they still wouldn't
It
care.
had to be some SJW that discovered it. Because Asians aren't like that.
This is all over England, all over the UK. They have these
Knife-free?
hashtag knife free.
How's that working out
I'll
for
explain. They're showing a picture of a guy on a bicycle, and it says, "Carrying a knife nearly cost Ben his life. That's why he joined millions of young people living knife-free. For support and information, visit knifefree.co.uk."
You know, I hate when people use photographs and they take photographs in portrait like that.
Yeah.
Because if they had taken that photograph in landscape, you'd be able to see off to the side his girlfriend getting raped by a Muslim immigrant
Yeah, that's why they cut it that way.
as he stands idly by, gripping his bicycle, closing his eyes, and just zoning out because he can't do anything about it.
I believe it might have been in Scotland, somewhere in the UK. They posted a picture today of a knife they confiscated. Do you want to know what the knife was? A box cutter. If you work in any mechanical trade or any job, even delivery where you have to open things, UPS, FedEx, all those guys always have like 5 box cutters on them because they got to cut things up. So if you're walking around with let's say you leave your work at FedEx over there, because it's over there, and you're walking around and you forget to take out your box cutter from your pocket, because they always have.
Well,
them
you
in
got to
your
have your license for that. And your TV license.
pocket. While at the same time, thousands of people are actually being sex trafficked in Telford.
And you got to have your license too.
What's a license?
Well, in order to get any sort of license or apply for them, you got to get a license.
Well, do you need a license for the license?
Well, unfortunately, if you want me to ask you that question, you're going to have your question answering license. I don't know. Everything there is a fucking tax.
This is what happens when you don't let people have guns.
Telling you, man. Hey, England, you should have joined us when we revolted. Would have been a whole different ball game.
Pulse nightclub shooter's wife found not guilty.
Yeah, I found that out from sassy lady reporter Laura Loomer today.
A real modern day Lois Lane.
Without the boyfriend.
Nora Salam, the wife of Pulse nightclub shooter Omar Mateen, was declared not guilty on all counts Friday. She faced charges of obstruction and providing material to support a terrorist organization. A guilty verdict could have led to life in prison. Now, fucking stupid loomers out there going, we saw it yesterday in the video, the judge was an Obama appointee. She was found not guilty by a jury. The jury found her. The judge didn't find her not guilty. Stupid.
Oh, it wasn't a tribunal?
No, it wasn't like a Klingon, like, when they all meet.
This judge doesn't know what they're doing.
It was a jury that found her not guilty. The trial started 2 weeks ago in the U.S. District of Court in Orlando. The court is about 2 miles away from the site of the nightclub where Mateen killed 49 people and injured 58 others on a June 12th attack. At the time, it was the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history.
That's, I don't know, man. But I think she obviously she knew something.
No, I agree with you, but here's the thing. I looked at there wasn't any evidence enough to convict her of it. That's the problem. I mean, again, of course, if I kill somebody, they're going to, of course, think that my wife knew. Maybe she did, maybe she didn't, but if you don't have concrete proof, you know what I mean? Like, that's the way it works.
Well, I don't believe you.
Oh, here he is. I went to go smoke a doobie in the...
And now I'm just cruising around on my motorcycle. I'm going to give a ride to Laura Loomer. Going to see if she wants to hang out and do some citizen journalism. Hide in some elevators together.
If it makes you feel better, California did something right.
They have been, they've been on a wave lately. I actually got to give props to Red Elephant Vince, Nikki Cilantra, and Ian, and there's a bunch of people out there that have been going to all of these individual town hall meetings and city council meetings and not going full fucking retard. They've actually been going there and just, speaking and getting the point across. And yeah, now 3 different towns and like counties and shit are now in open rebellion in the state of California.
which is nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was something good that they did. How about something bad?
I don't know.
California judge rules that coffee requires cancer warning.
Okay.
Scientists have rendered a verdict on whether coffee is good or bad for you. They haven't rendered a verdict whether coffee is good or bad for you, but a California judge has. He says coffee sellers in the state should have to post cancer warnings. Scientists literally have not decided whether coffee is good or bad for you, but a judge has.
You might as well, based on that decision making, you might as well slap a cancer warning on apples.
The culprit,
Seriously.
Air.
It's not literally like we don't know if coffee gives you cancer. We're just reminding you that cancer's a thing. By the way, enjoy your coffee.
The culprit is a chemical produced in the bean process that is known as a carcinogen and has been at the heart of an 8-year legal struggle between a nonprofit group and Big Coffee.
Yeah, I tell you what, let me get a pack of Marlboros and a bottle of Jameson, please. Yeah, but what about cirrhosis and cancer? That's fine. Can I get a pack of Marlboros, a bottle of Jameson, please?
The Council for Education and Research of Toxics wanted the coffee industry to remove arcalamide from its processing, like potato chip makers did when it sued them years ago, or disclose the danger in an ominous warning signs or labels. The industry, led by Starbucks Corp., said the levels of the chemical in coffee isn't harmful or any risks are outweighed by the benefits. Judge Elahi Burley
Fucking California, man.
said Wednesday that the coffee makers hadn't presented the proper grounds for trial to prevail.
Grounds, get it?
While the plaintiff offered evidence.
It's so funny to me. Coffee grounds.
I don't know if Kurt Metzger's going to be happy. Can't get his energy drinks.
My nitro energies, bro. It's like fucking. First of all, fucking you. Unless you drink caveman nitro, what do you drink? Red Bull, you fucking civilian. You're a fucking lesser than me. You don't sit at the table, Colin Quinn at the cellar.
Hey, Joe, this is Owen Benjamin. I missed my kid's birthday party to be here. Do you mind if I say a couple things? I just want to say a couple things.
You're fucking. You know another thing about the Schumer thing. It's the alt-right guys, and they don't. They're a bunch of fucking civilian assholes. I don't give a shit.
I'll just go use
and
the
I'll
bathroom.
tell you another thing, man. I don't fucking care. Yeah, get the car ready. You fucking opener.
What? While plaintiff offered evidence that consumption of coffee increases the risk of harm to the fetus or to infants, to children and to adults,
What
defendants...
fetuses are drinking coffee?
Fucking the wokest fetuses around. Experts testified that they had no opinion on the causation. Burley wrote in a proposed ruling, defendants failed to satisfy their burden of proving that consumption of coffee confers a benefit to human health.
Let me tell you something. It's a rat race in this fucking womb. It's a pressure cooker in here. Let's get another pot on there.
Everybody is leaving California. Everybody.
It's just a fucking...
Is
except the
leaving.
Mexicans.
Point.
Not everyone's leaving California. Just the Americans.
There's people that are leaving. Like, I know somebody in my family that literally left California because they said the taxes were just fucking ridiculous, and they moved to, I think, North Carolina. But they're still uber leftist. It's like, do you understand that your thought process is why California is this way? It's like, and of course, they move to North Carolina and they get freaked out when people say hi to them on the streets because you're not used to that if you're from, seriously,
Oh, yeah.
You're not used to somebody going, hey, good morning. How you doing? They're like, what do you want? What do you want? But look.
I used to have that problem. When I first moved to North Carolina, you'd just be out there washing your car and somebody would be like, hey, how are you? Nice day out today, huh? And you'd just be like, yeah.
Who the fuck
Just
are you?
look at him really hostile, like, okay.
Some sad news. Crazed girls flood Parkland school shooter with fan mail.
I've been hearing about this.
But to be fair, this always happens.
Oh, the irony.
Fort Lauderdale, Florida, mass murderer is getting stocks of fan mail and love letters sent to the Broward County Jail, along with hundreds of dollars in contributions to his commissary account.
That's fucked up.
Teenage girls, women, and even older men are writing.
Of course. Like fucking, they always come out of the woodworks, don't they?
Are writing.
Older gay guys are the worst. The worst people.
Are writing to the Parkland shooter and sending photographs, some suggestive, tucked inside cute greeting cards and attached to a notebook paper with offers of friendship and encouragement. Groupies are also joining Facebook communities to talk about how to help the killer. The South Florida Sun-Sentinel obtained copies of some of the letters, showing that Cruz, who had few friends in the outside world, is now being showered with attention. The attraction of women to prison bad boys echoes the fantasies with killers like notorious cult leaders Charles Manson, the Menendez brothers, the so-called Bundy files sent bags of mail to Ted Bundy, the serial rapist and murderer who was electrocuted on Florida's death row in '89.
Hey, ladies, you do realize Nicholas Cruz is still a fucking autist who barely speaks, right?
I reserve the right to care about Nicholas. I wrote a Texas woman in a neat blue script in a letter addressed to the jail's post office box in Fort Lauderdale. The letter was mailed 6 days ago after Cruz murdered 17 students and staff and 17 others in the AR-15 rifle at Douglas High School on February. They keep saying Majority Stoneman Douglas High School, but everyone that lives there just calls it Douglas High. Like my whole life, we always called it Douglas High School. Like that Majority Stoneman, no one ever called it by the full name. The Reverend note takes up all available space on the front and back of kitty-like greeting cards showing a furry bunny holding binoculars looking out at the ocean. And the inside of the card says, out of sight, but never out of mind. A teenage girl wrote March 15th, I'm 18-year-old senior in high school. When I saw your picture on television, something attracted me to you.
The fact that you murdered people, and I have severe fucking issues.
The letter was mailed from Texas, tucked inside an envelope covered with hand-drawn hearts and happy faces. Your eyes are beautiful, and the freckles on your face make you so handsome. She goes on to describe herself as a white, big brown eyes. I'm really skinny and have 34C breasts.
And I'm super attracted to the fucking 56% face.
She ends the letter with 3 preschool-rated jokes about gummy bears and peanut butter. A woman from Chicago enclosed 9 suggestive photos, including a shot of her cleavage, another in a skimpy bikini eating a popsicle, and a tight shot of her backside as she bent over. Another girl sent photos with Hello Kitty Snapchat filters. These are women, folks. These are actual living women that are alive.
Yeah, I believe it.
An 18-year-old from New York wrote, no one else is dealing with your demons. By the way, real quick, I'll keep reading it 1 second. All these fucking guys out there that are SJWs and white knighting and be like, no, honey, I respect you. If this doesn't show you how psychotic some women are and how fucking evil you can be and women will still like you, you're wasting your time trying to be like, no, I love you because you should talk about everything. Yeah. Look, as long as you don't fucking kill people, and even if you do, apparently, women are going to like you. There's 3 piles of letters that Broward County Sheriff Public Defender Howard Finkelstein,
the ring announcer,
whose office is representing Cruz. In 40 years as a public defender, I've never seen this many letters to a defendant. Everyone now and then gets few, but nothing like this.
When you're hot, you're hot.
We read a few religious ones to him that extended wishes for his soul and to come to God, Finkelstein said, but we have not and will not read him the fan letters or share the photos of scantily clad teenage girls. Those are for Finkel.
Those the Fink keeps.
Finkelstein said he worries everyday boys and girls are starting to view him in an elevated way, looking up to his fame and notoriety. The letters, you think he gets more letters than Hogg does? The letters shake up because they are written by regular everyday teenage girls from across the nation, he said. That scares me. It's perverted. Jail workers have been busy screening letters, photos, and greeting cards, postcards, and the occasional books sent to Cruz. Cruz requested a Bible, according to jail records released by the Broward County Sheriff's Office, but it was denied because of the suicide watch, the public defender said. Cruz also has $800 deposited into a growing commissary account, apparently sent by fans. God, we can't even get people to donate to our Patreon. Finkelstein said from February 15th through March 5th.
You guys want me to kill somebody? Is that what it is?
No! 630 were deposited. Jail records show the county deducts $8 a day of substance fees. Inmates can use the commissionary account to buy snacks, personal hygiene products, radios, and coffee. Cruz Fan Club also extended to Facebook with several groups of empathizers forming to talk about his case and how they can help him avoid the death penalty. Here's the hashtags that they're using. Hashtag stop bullying. Hashtag our boy. Hashtag NickFam.
NickFam?
NickFam.
That's what we're going with?
Them, look, no one said they're smart. They're still women after all.
That's so gross.
It's fucking gross.
'Cause I try to, man, everybody thinks that, like, look, I don't have issues. We all have issues with women. All guys do. But anytime I go on a tear on females on the show, people give you the whole, oh, do you hate women? Oh, you know, no, because I don't really harp on it every day. But whenever I get criticized for calling out women, this is why. Because women are terrible people.
And the last thing we'll do before we go to break here is Sheriff Israel is back in the news. He's now taunting reporters that are asking him questions. Here's a video.
When I found Scott Israel, I had one key question in mind. Why didn't the deputies go in?
I just told you I'd talk about it when the report is in.
It's the first we've heard from Israel since a damaging CNN interview last month in which he refused to take
He's such a cocky shit, and I just told you. Fuck you, dude! You're a sheriff. You fucking have to answer questions now to the media, you fuckface.
And you're the
when
one
you
who got
came on the fucking, you were all, he hasn't talked since that Tapper interview, but after the shooting, you were the first one at that council meeting screaming at the NRA and screaming at everybody.
Hey,
you fuckface, you piece of shit. And we're not done with you. I got some people that know some shit about you. We're working on stuff on the back end. This isn't over, fuckface.
Yeah, and I just want to say, Scotty boy, you're the one that came out talking all that good shit. You were the first. You were the one that was like, yeah, these motherfuckers are all right. And now you've been in a bunker for a month because you fucking crashed and burned spectacularly.
First we've heard from Israel since a damaging CNN interview last month in which he refused to take responsibility for his agency's apparent failures in the massacre.
What's with this guy's fucking
amazing
voice?
Leadership to this agency.
Amazing leadership?
I've worked.
Okay, I love that line.
Yes.
He also said that only one deputy, Scott Peterson, was at the school during the shooting, a claim he also made in a letter to Governor Scott.
That's a lie. Coral Springs police officers have already said that there was three other BSO people there, unless they're liars. And I don't. Why would they lie about that?
They're the only ones that did their jobs.
I hear shots fired by the football field.
But radio transmissions later released by his own agency show that at least 3 other deputies were at the school while bullets flew and didn't go in. Did you lie to the governor about the number of deputies who were outside?
Bob,
This motherfucker from ABC News, that's local news, is going to get so harassed.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Your tail lights out.
Who is the guy? Because he's our hero now.
I'll pull it up.
I'm disappointed in your constant reporting, misrepresentations.
You reporting the facts? Misrepresentation? No, fucker. Hold on. He's disappointed in us.
You're letting me down. You really are. It's like, you let one school full of kids get shot up.
And all of a sudden, I'm the bad guy?
And everybody starts stabbing you in the back. It's real unfortunate.
What have I misrepresented? He didn't name one and didn't answer any more questions. But later that evening, I learned he made a stop at the strip mall to attend a meeting of the Weston.
Oh my God, that's the Wings Plus I used to go to at my school all the time. Holy shit, this is bringing back weird ass memories. That's Wings Plus. Everybody from all the high schools, that's a wing place that everyone will go after school and fucking hang out. And yeah, BSO was always in there. Oh my God. Well, I don't know if he went to the Wings Plus, but I know that place. Sorry.
He made a stop at the strip mall to attend a meeting of the Weston Democratic Club. How do you have time to politic when you got all these problems?
Good question. Holy shit.
Ouch. As I hold on one second. As I said before, your stories.
He's in the Democratic Club, hanging out with his other Democratic people.
This isn't about me, Sheriff. I'm sorry, this isn't about me.
Your stories have never been
there's
balanced,
17 dead
and when
people.
ABC, Local 10 News, your stories have never been balanced. Local 10 News is an ABC station. They're pretty liberal. I remember them then. They are fucking a liberal station. That's what they are.
This guy's my hero.
If you're disappointed in me, I think there's a lot of people disappointed in you.
But as I said, we'll
More people are. Do you think more people? Oh, nice freeze frame. More people are disappointed. You think there are more people are disappointed in the ABC News reporter or you?
This guy's so unlikable.
He looks like he should be living in Fraggle Rock.
I disagree with you. But
You haven't heard?
No. But
Bird's the word.
Honestly, no, it'd be great if he just ruined the whole report with that.
Country.
Fucking Rick Scott pops out from behind the SUV and starts going as he's taking his badge off. Bird the word, you're fine. Get out.
No, not at all.
In the BSO?
No, not at all. My job is to protect and serve the Broward County residents.
Well, when does that begin?
Are you going to start at some point in the near future?
You're terrible.
Motherfucker sitting there at Wings Plus ordering 50 wings with garlic Parmesan sauce.
Actually, you know what? Can I get 2 different kinds? Like half and half?
Match.
Yeah. Can I do that, please?
Did you do that?
That's what BSO is all about.
Did you
but
do
when
that?
the report is in, we'll have that conversation.
The report has been in for a long time already. It has been 100% determined that there was 4 BSO officers that didn't go in. One of them was the resource officer.
Yeah. But that remains to be determined.
No, it's already been said.
At a later time when the report will
It's
come
come
out.
out.
And
It came out a week ago.
Look, things will be made clear very soon.
You think
for
he's going to get
everybody.
reelected?
The facts of the case will come out.
I don't know why you try to make. Are you ever going to take responsibility for what happened in
When
Stoneman
the report's in,
Douglas?
we'll have that conversation. And you seem to be getting angry right now.
You know why people are angry?
Great freeze
Mr.
frame
Israel.
again, by the way. Holy shit, that's a great freeze frame.
You know, Sheriff Israel, why people are angry, why this gentleman might be angry, or why some people are angry? Because 17 people were fucking murdered under your watch! Yeah, people are a little tiffed.
Yeah, well, like I said, when the report comes out, we'll have the conversation about, whose fault it is. Right?
He's acting like he gave somebody at Burger King a ticket after getting a bunch of free fish sandwiches.
But he is that guy.
Oh, that's right.
You want to answer any questions?
Ooh! Yeah, no, he played it off. He played it very cool, but he was on the phone on his way home going, I want that fucking reporter destroyed.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
Who's the guy?
Oh, I'll pull it up.
I want to know who this guy is because he's now our friend. He's a friend of the show.
Broward Sheriff. I'll pull it up right here. Ryan Saverda.
Well, Ryan Severa. Oh yeah, this guy. I've seen him on fucking Twitter.
No. Ryan Saverda is the one that wrote it for that. He wrote it for Daily Wire. Sorry. Reporter Bob Norman. Bob Norman.
Bob Norman is a fucking animal. I love this guy.
Dude, balls. I have a feeling Bob Norman lives in Palm Beach and doesn't live in Broward.
You think?
Dude!
You think he's just one county over?
Balls.
And once a week, he just drives over the county and's like, hey, Scotty boy. And then and then just pops back over to Palm Beach County, has a mojito and just relaxes.
There he is. I know this dude. This is like the guy that also does where he confronts like businesses that are scamming people and stuff like that. Here's a video of him fist fighting a construction worker.
What? No.
Yes.
No. Oh my God, dude. Bob Norman is my fucking new hero.
Oh God. Bob Norman in another work incident, but this time he was right. WPGL's Bob Norman stepped in it again. Norman was working outside a garbage recycling plant when a foreman came out and tried to grab fellow WLPG Mario's camera, but ended up tussling with a 6-foot Norman instead. Norman looks like a problem.
Bob Norman's middle name is Creed.
Holy fuck. It was bizarre, Norman said, but I needed to help out the photographer. Hey, these cameras are expensive. The station... Oh, I love Bob Norman. Hey, the cameras cost a few bucks, and they come out of my pay every time they're broken.
Hey, what are you going to pay for them? I don't think so, buddy.
A Broward County Sheriff deputy was called. No arrest was made. This must have been before. Imagine if this happened afterwards. Bob Norman would be so fucking arrested.
Oh, Bob Norman is great.
Oh,
Bob Norman
Thank you for your service, Bobby.
By the way, yeah, Broward Palm Beach Times is what he works for. So
I have a feeling.
I bet you
someone lives in Boca.
Bobby Boy lives on the south side of things.
They call him Bobby Boca.
Right over. And I bet you old Bob Norman probably lives in Palm Beach County, but he probably lives right on the border. So he probably lives somewhere where, like, in order to go to Target, he has to go to Broward County.
Yes.
And every time his wife's like, look, we need, he's like, fuck you.
Amazon.
You go.
Get it from
Yeah,
Amazon.
we'll
I'll
do
wait
Amazon.
the 2 days.
There's a distribution center right here.
Okay.
Get it tomorrow.
We do have to thank a new patron. She only gave her first name. It was Maria, and I don't blame you, Maria, for only giving your first name, but we do appreciate it. Before we go to break, we do want to thank you for your service, and people that want to help us. RevengeOfTheSys.com/donate. Patreon's the best way because ongoing and a steady stream lets us know what we could do. But if you could only give a little bit, we do appreciate it. But we do want to thank you for your service.
Fear no danger, shun no labor, let the ride pop. We say we're two arms, two arms, two arms in the sea. Send them back your thirst and fire, send upon the curse of life. Two arms in the sea. Against the flag of Dixie, hurrah, hurrah. Dixie's land, we take our stand, to live and die for Dixie. Two arms, and conquer peace for Dixie. Two arms, and conquer peace for Dixie. Dixie, 2 arms.
Thank you for your service, Maria. It really does mean a lot. We will keep working. No, we're not done with the whole Snyder thing. We have a couple other things in the pipeline. But we need your help to do that. So RevengeOfTheSys.com/donate. And thankfully, like as we'll talk about in the second hour, we don't have a bunch of advertisers like Laura Ingram. So we'll talk shit about whoever the fuck we want.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
Well, except for vapes.com. They're great.
They're good. We'll be right back. Get him a new atomizer, vapes, for the love of God. All right, guys, we're out of here. We'll be right back.
If you just put in the code ALEX10, and of course, that'll be 10% off from our very already low price of $250 for every 4 capsules. Hey, folks, this is Jay Leno, the star of the hit film Collision Course, and I'd like to take a moment out there and talk to you about the very real dangers posed by Zionism in this country.
I was riding around on my motorcycle out there in the Arizona desert when I was kidnapped by a UFO and sexually assaulted by aliens.
Show me how you suck a guy's cock. The last time I'm gonna ask you.
From all of us here at Revenge of the Sis, we'd like to thank each and every one of our friends and fans for helping us become one of the fastest growing breakout shows on the internet. In less than 1 year, we have been able to bring you news before it breaks, as well as the funniest and most consistent political and social commentary around. Here are some ways you can help us continue to grow our brand. Sign up as a contributor by going to patreon.com/we're not sorry and pledging a monthly amount. Anyone who pledges $12 or more is eligible for occasional giveaways and prizes. And if you pledge $25 or more, we will promote your brand or product live on our show. We understand if you are unable to commit to a monthly recurring donation, but if you would like to contribute one time, you can do so by going to paypal.me/we're not sorry. Another unique way to help our show expand while also promoting your own brand or service is by modeling one of our shirts. Go to teespring.com, search for Revenge of the Sis, and you'll find plenty of options to choose from. Take a picture of you modeling our shirt and email it to revengeofthesis@gmail.com. That is revengeofthecis@gmail.com. Be sure to include a web address or a social media account for whatever you want us to promote, and we will feature you on an episode of our show. Since YouTube is now throttling our traffic and Twitter has us shadow banned, there are many other ways you can help without giving us a dime. Every time you invite a friend to like our Facebook page, retweet or share a meme from our social media accounts, or share one of our videos to your own pages, you are helping us to get discovered by more like-minded individuals who will join our ranks and help us grow. Rate us 5 stars on Facebook, Roku, and iTunes. Encourage others to follow @ROTC Media on Twitter. You can also help ROTC by supporting friends of our show, such as LA Werewolf, Connecting Right Radio, Radical Mothering, Folklore Americana, the Mad American Network, Wolfman's Activism and Entertainment, and the Revolutionary Conservative. Find all of these links and more by going to our brand new website, revengeofthesis.com.
In a world where our very way of life seems to be under attack from all sides, and our freedoms are slowly being ripped away, Guns for Tards is fighting the good fight to help protect America from its enemies by advocating Second Amendment rights for our nation's most vulnerable and often overlooked citizens, the mentally challenged. Our founding fathers believed that a well-armed, trained, and educated citizenry was the key to a free and prosperous society. But Meatloaf also said, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. We believe that Tards are our second-to-last line of defense against ISIS, and we at Guns for Tards aim to provide the means and the programs to give proper training and resources to Tards in your area, helping to make the country a safer place. There are over 40 million mentally challenged Americans living today, and by 2020, we plan to arm at least 10% of them. We want to get as many guns in the hands of as many Tards as we can. But we won't be able to do it without your help. So please, pledge your help today. Arm a Tard. It's not that hard. Go to www.gunsfortards.com for more information, or follow us on Facebook or Twitter by searching for Guns for Tards.
Gunsfortards.com. Gunsfortards.com. Extra rounds for folks with downs, helping to protect your town. Gunsfortards.com.
Hey, you! That's right, you! Wouldn't you like to know the story of you? What makes you, you? DNA and Me is a genetic service that can help you find out exactly who your ancestors were. You might be surprised.
I thought I was just a standard white guy, but DNA and Me showed that I'm actually 4.2% Cherokee Indian.
Turns out I'm not totally white. I'm also part Northern Asian and even some Kurdish. I'm a victim of oppression.
I used to get in trouble for always using the N-word, but with DNA and Me, I found out that I'm 2.1% black.
Morning, Steve.
Sup, nigga? The test is easy. Simply swab the inside of your mouth and send it into our labs.
People made fun of me for being French. DNA and Me showed I was 8% Navajo. Nobody's making fun of me now, or my people, who were victims.
I'm 13% victim.
I'm 21% victim.
Order now and find out if your friends should be more sympathetic towards you. DNA and Me. Are you in? Hell yes, I'm in.
Second hour. RevengeOfTheSith.com. And then out the week. I would say we're ending the week much better than Schneider is. Or anybody really that works at Nickelodeon right now.
Yeah, it's
how many guys do you think have sweat through their suits at Nickelodeon?
Well, the thing is, too, I think the majority of the people aren't there for the most part. I mean, they'll probably clean out the few that are. They've been slowly replacing people for a while in the executive form. So most of the people that are there now are just like, look, we know we got brought in for damage control. And they're all like junior executives and shit now at Nick.
This just
I don't have any idea what's going
Hungry
on.
Girl is still blocking us.
I want to know how to make more fucking vegetable-based pasta soups.
Let's get Bob Norman on the case. I want Bob Norman crushing heads.
How do I know how many fucking low-carb pizza bagels I can have to keep my trim figure?
0. The answer is 0.
That sucks. So then I guess it's no difference if I have 100 then.
Tesla. This is according to CNBC. And by the way, we have to give credit to Gabe from Open Secret because he's the one that gave us the down low on this. Tesla's day of reckoning is near as its plunging stock increases financial risk. 6 hours ago, CNBC. Remember, the CFO left. Tesla's big stock drop this month will have negative implications for the ability to... It's the implications. For its ability to raise critically needed funds, according to the Wall Street analyst. The company's share declined 22% in March. That's crazy.
Yowza.
On concerns over a fatal car crash in California last week and worries over its Model 3 production rate. That's right, that $30,000 Model 3, they've made like 5 of them. Seriously, they can't afford to make them.
It's just so funny the way you say it. They've made like 5 of them.
Yeah, I think Elon has one. Tesla's 5.3% bond issued last August and maturing in 2025 also fell 4%. Wednesday with a yield of 7.6% according to FactSet. The bond's price declined 8% this month. Morgan Stanley on Wednesday warned Tesla's shareholders the stocks fall could be a self-fulfilling prophecy for further declines. Now again, on this show, Mike was saying it before anybody else. This guy's a con man. A very smart con man, I'll give him that. He conned his way into Amber Heard's fucking pants. But the CFO's gone. Remember they were named the most profitable car company? Even though they made the least amount of cars out of any car company? Because it was also tied into the space thing and all the government funds that were given to them. And it's a lot of government funds. They just, on the news everywhere, the SpaceX just launched right now to provide satellite Wi-Fi for everybody.
Didn't we fucking...
However, they had to launch from a United States Air Force base.
Did we not argue about this with Kyle on this show?
We did.
Wow.
We could get him back on if you want. I'm happy to now. Now, do you want a victory lap?
I'm not even thinking about that. I'm just thinking I knew we talked about it on other things, and I know we've had the discussion of. I forgot that literally in one of the first 5 episodes of this show.
Yeah.
Months and months and months ago, I was trying to tell people what a con man this guy was. And we had a friend of both of us, a guy we know from radio, Kyle, that came in and was a guest, and he debated me. And he was fucking lapping up Elon's cum the whole time while I was, he's a fucking genius, man. He's taking us in a new century. Yeah, well, your fucking money was what I kept telling him. And guess what? With your fucking money.
I don't know what's going to happen, but it's going to be bad. They still haven't replaced the CFO.
Really? Well, maybe they'll just get Jim Johnston back.
5.
And he can do all the themes for the WWE Super. Oh, you meant the CFO of Tesla.
$5 billion in government subsidies. They get $5 billion.
Fucking tried to tell people. And again, this was another one of these things, and I'm not trying to fucking jerk myself off now, but I get so tired of people calling me nuts, calling me fringe fucking alt-right guy with these fucking wacky things. Oh, Mersh and Royce are always taking shots at people, unverified shots. Are we? At what point do you people stop fucking... At what point do they start believing us?
Captain Crutch says his full name is Elongated Muskrat.
Oh, okay, well, that probably
That's
explains
his
a lot.
Christian name.
But when do these people start fucking believing one thing that we say once in a while that's not in the fucking regular know yet?
They're not.
And you go, oh, well, this is how it goes. And then people are like, nah, fucking crazy. It's Revenge of the Cis guys always making shit up. And every time somebody brings this up, everybody goes, put my Styx Hexenhammer. Yeah, okay.
Well, let's talk about old Hillary Clinton. Hillary Clinton says Republican Party is being held captive.
Yes. Yeah, you know what? You know what, Hillary? For the first time ever, I think, you and I agree on something.
I will premise what I'm about to say.
Preface.
And we can all do better.
Preface.
And I can certainly do better.
Preface. You were going to be president.
Look, let her preface what she wants to preface the way she wants to preface it.
False. I will premise what I'm.
No. She said premise.
Oh, premise.
She said
God,
the
that's even
completely
worse.
different word. That doesn't
I
apply
thought she
here.
mispronounced the word, but she said the wrong word, which is way worse.
About to say. And we can all do better. And I can certainly do better.
And if I can change, you can change.
Hey, look at the cast on her.
Everyone can change.
Look at the cast on her wrist.
Because she's a fucking drunk mess.
In the heat of battle and political back and forth, I've said things that, I would like to take
Like super predators?
back.
Needy Latinos.
We all are like that. But I do.
We all notice, even when she admits to being shit, she has to bring everyone down with her. We're all terrible people. We all allegedly murder somebody.
I was gonna say, look, we've all had lawyers murdered. I'm just saying.
We've all.
Okay.
All of us.
Sometimes a guy goes and gives your emails to WikiLeaks, and you have to have him killed and make it look like a robbery. We're all guilty of this.
We all have illegal government servers in our closet. All of us.
We're all lizard people who feed off baby plasma in secret clinics in Japan. We're all like this.
We all pay off our husbands. Our husbands, people who call him a rapist. All of us do that.
We all buy 2 houses to move near a job we don't have yet. We all do this.
All of our assistants are now pedophiles who are sending nude images. Husbands are pedophiles who are sending nude images to people under 15 on Twitter.
Can we agree that this is female privilege? Because if this bitch were a man, she'd be dead already.
Yeah, probably.
There's no way if you were a man and you fucked up as royally as you did this last election that they would have let you live.
Worry that what's happened to the Republican Party is that it's being held captive by a very small group of powerful forces.
And not so powerful.
How is that different from, but let's be fair, how's that different from the the DNC? That literally describes what she was doing last election.
It's like there's a secret cabal who've made backroom deals to maintain their control of a political party. And we can't have that. We can't have that, folks.
We have seen the power of the NRA, for example, and
they're not fucking 1/100th as powerful as Goldman fucking Sachs. Stop it.
Look at the people that want to watch her speak.
What is that?
Look, if she doesn't realize that's Kim Jong-un undercover, I don't know what to fucking tell you.
Oh, shit. You're right.
Oh,
It is
yeah, it's
Kim
great.
Jong-un.
He's so smart.
It's Kim Jong-un dressed like Pat from SNL. Remember?
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah, very smart. You have a nuclear secrets. Can I have them, please?
And Jeffrey Tambor from Transparent sitting next to her.
some of the very wealthy patrons of the Republican Party are so...
Are the same wealthy patrons of the...
Do you need to be Patreon?
demanding.
Like, I don't know, George Soros? Oh, wait a second.
If you deviate from their stated requests...
That's exactly what she did. She was the person who was funded by Soros and absolutely told, do not deviate from what Hillary wants. You literally shat on Bernie Sanders.
I deviated from what Hillary wanted and they destroyed my life. And then they gave me a brand new Audi and a nice lake house.
I've been on SNL several times.
And now I am part of the top 1% of the top 1%.
Out of which lake house did he send that from?
They will fund somebody to run against.
Hey, Mike, how many lake houses do you have?
Wait, hang on.
Okay.
None.
Okay.
Give me a second.
Okay, I don't want you to fuck up.
You worry about somebody on your far right coming in to try to defeat you in the primary, and you end up kind of going along.
Look, Hillary, I hate to come out here and outshine you like I do everywhere else. But let's just face the facts. You lost because you're terrible. Because people don't like you. Frankly.
Well, there's some fun facts about Hillary. Hillary gets paid now, after losing the election, 90% less than she did before. She now makes $7,000 less than Snooki.
Ooh. Oh. Ouch.
In 2016, she used to charge $250,000 for speaking engagements.
And honestly, it's not just because she lost, because former presidential candidates still get more than 25 grand usually.
That's how much she got for Rutgers, 25 grand.
A fucking Mitt Romney or a Sarah Palin's getting more than
Because
25 grand.
because she never did anything else. In fact, Rutgers have a history of shelling out considerably more than $25,000 to notable speakers. Toni Morrison made $30,000. Bill Moyers made $35,000. Nicole Snooki made $32,000.
Also, Mark Morrison made $40,000. All he had to do was come out and sing Return of the Mac. And that was it. He was out.
She called her 2016 drubbing pretty dramatic and said to recover, she took a lot of long walks in the woods. I drank my share of Chardonnay, Clinton added.
I bet you did.
Trump said, yeah, you actually prepared for this debate, Clinton recalled. At first, I thought that was a new insult. The crowd laughed and she took a swing at Trump. I'll tell you what else I prepared for. I was prepared to be president, Clinton said, to a long applause from the crowd. But you weren't. You never became president, did you?
Spoiler alert. You fucking out of touch crazy.
I like to say Hillary became president.
The options were you or fuck it.
And fuck it won.
The majority of the America went fuck it.
Fuck it.
That's how unlikable you are. And you know what? Trump, for all his faults, not thrilled about some of his cucking, but has he blown up the world? Like, has America just completely degenerated into complete dystopian fucking sci-fi? Nope. It just proved that this whole thing, when I say the whole thing is rigged, I don't mean like, oh, the election's rigged. The whole system's pretty well rigged. Like, you think Trump's going to come in and change the game. He got a couple things through. Taxes are lower. Individual mandates gone. But you don't think they show him the fucking Bill Hicks, the Zapruder film from a different angle in crystal clear, and they're just like, see?
We should talk about Kurt Eichenwald again today.
This fucking guy, man. Holy shit. Cuck Eichenwald.
He is on a fucking rampage.
He never ceases to out-cuck himself.
I think he's fighting with Ben Shapiro right now, if I remember correctly.
He's
fighting with Ben Shapiro right now.
That is like smashing a bottle and aiming it at an Old West gunfighter with a gun in his hand.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
So, he started, of course, by getting involved with the Laura Ingraham thing, saying that Republicans should be scared. Look how many advertisers she lost. By the way, Laura Ingraham apologized for calling him a whiner, for calling Hogg a whiner. Hogg did not accept her apology and still called for the sponsors to leave.
Wow, it's something a fucking whiner would do.
What a whiner you
That's
are.
a goddamn whiny move.
But this is, again, it goes to show you, they don't want apologies. They have a particular movement. They want to sit down and use an ideology to destroy everything and using kids as shields. And the same thing with the right. I fucking love everybody when Hogg and Emma Gonzalez were out there before Kyle Kasich became famous. They were all like, oh, kids shouldn't be determined in policy. But now, since Kyle's on your side, it should be, oh, your kids should be determined in policy. This one, though. This kid.
Yeah.
This kid's fine.
No, Kyle Kashif's doing great work, and you're just bullying him. But that little piece of shit, David Hogg, you're like,
At least we're consistent.
Oh, okay. So the kid the kid you don't agree with, he's a fuck that kid.
It's weird, man. It's
kid's all right.
Sorry to any boomers, but we're going to be ideologically.
It's the fucking weirdest shit. And look, I'm not calling for people to be outwardly mean or aggressive to them.
No.
Like, I've seen people I respect and I like that have retweeted one or two things that Kyle Kasich has tweeted or something to that, whatever. But this dick riding one and just visceral hatred of the other is so inconsistent.
Listen, we try to be ideologically consistent here. And we said at the beginning that children should be determining policy. That includes even children that are on our side. They're all getting talking points. And look, that's fine. They could say whatever they want, but at least be consistent. You can't shit on Emma Gonzalez and Hogg without also shitting on the other side. The point isn't that you like what they say. The point is, and even Shapiro, and I like Shapiro. I'm a big fan of Shapiro, but even Shapiro, he was the one talking about kids don't determine policy, okay? The idea. The kids are going to determine policy. But now he's like, Kyle Kasich, he's a hero. Never listen to him. Dude, make up your mind.
I'm going to retweet him every 2 seconds.
Holy crap, man. I get it.
He's.
But enough, man. No. Nobody. You know what should be retweeted are the GoFundMes that are out there for the families. There's a lot of them out there. They need help. All right? They just went through something fucking traumatic. How about that? How about the names of the victims? Even the rap guy that we made fun of named all the victims in his video. More than you guys are doing.
Yeah, and we really wanted to hate that guy.
And we turned around on him.
We're like, God damn it. All right, fine. I'm really kind of, out of everybody, I'm the most grossed out by Shapiro. I think because I always tend to expect more from Shapiro, because despite him being a little, city folk with furry eyebrows, he tends to be pretty on the money about most things.
Yes.
And consistent. He has been wholly inconsistent in this entire thing, and I don't like it.
Yeah, it's weird because I listen. I'll admit I listen to his show pretty much every day. I when I go on my walks and stuff. He's always been, he's been a guy even with Trump who's been pretty. He'll smash him, he does bad shit, and he'll stay on him. And I appreciate that. But with this thing, it's been like, look, I get it now that you're part of this, but enough, man. Let's be consistent here. Look, you could grieve for these people, but just because they have a verified check mark doesn't mean that they're right. Look, they could talk about whatever they want to talk about. Nobody is saying that. But it's the same thing before Kyle got his little verified tag that you were saying, that they shouldn't be shaping gun debate. That means any of them. None of them should, okay? There's people that have gone to school. There's people still arguing that have lived their lives, and there's people in their 70s that are still fucking doing work, figuring out the amendments and what they mean. And they'd have all these debates. Look, man, half of these, as we realize, half of these kids can't get into a college, and the other one can't find a suit that fits them. Stop, all right? They're children. Enough.
These kids are annoying. And look, man, at the end of the day, teenagers are the worst human beings on the planet. And then on top of it, compound that by the fact that fucking Florida teenagers are the biggest pieces of shit on the planet.
Agreed. As a Florida teenager, I was one myself. I could say that's 100%
They're
accurate.
the fucking worst human beings on the planet. And I don't even mean Floridians. There's some good Florida people. But the Florida teenagers are scum. If you don't believe me, look up the story of who was the kid that everybody, the classmates murdered the guy, and then Larry Clark made that movie.
Oh,
about
the
it.
bully movie.
Bully movie. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. Bobby Kent.
Yeah.
There's this guy in fucking Florida, like all his classmates just murdered him in the 90s. Like, that's Florida. They're just terrible people. They're terribly spoiled rich kids that drive around in convertibles and kill each other. So I don't know why all of a sudden they're just like, oh, these kids are so great, man. Let's give them a platform. How about you guys give a fucking platform to other people that have already had platforms that are trying to get the shit out?
Nobody listens to Rand Paul, and he's in Congress.
We're the Rand Paul of podcasts.
I know. No one listens.
That's what it is.
It's so true.
Holy shit. That's what we are.
Yep.
We're the Rand Paul of right-wing podcasts.
Yeah.
Everybody's just, David Hogg, sir! And then, we're just going, yeah, but how about we move on? There's a lot of other issues
all these
here.
other things.
I'd like to filibuster if I could.
Oh, here we go.
Senator from Kentucky.
You want Jimmy John's?
All right, so if we look at page 3,
That's fine.
obviously,
I'll have a California
if
sub.
you're going to make David Hogg and Emma Gonzalez the enemy,
Oh, it's
then
a long
Kyle
one.
Kasich
I gotta
also
call
has
my
to be
wife.
the
I'm not
enemy
gonna make
as
it
well.
home.
I mean,
Honey,
trying to
Rand
cash
is
in and
filibustering.
get fame
I know. It's not my
based
fault.
on your...
I know it's his birthday. I'm sorry.
You're right. That's why everybody hates us. They're like, they're just filibustering again. With their bullshit. Their made-up crazy theories about wacky... Dan Schneider and fucking Elon Musk. Bunch of conspiracy guys.
Someone said, shouldn't your stream be named We're Not Sorry? Yeah, you can't put an apostrophe in it or we would. And the Twitch thing. If they would allow an apostrophe, I bet you that's what it'd be named.
Yeah,
but they
you
don't.
Fucking
civilian?
Yeah, look, first of all, you fucking civilian. How about first of all, I'm the one who's been on a fucking comedy stage, so maybe I know a little bit fucking better than you do.
Oh, no.
Asshole.
Oh,
fucking
boy.
jerk off civilian.
Here comes Metzger.
Did you hear he got in a fight?
With who?
With Luis J. Gomez. Yeah, no, it's true shit.
Where? What
It's
happened? Like
real
a
shit.
fist
It's
fight?
not a work. Yeah, well, it wasn't like it was a confrontation.
Okay. Well, what happened?
One of the New York clubs, I think. There was a comedy show, and it was Big J. Okerson was headlining.
Oh, wow, what a surprise.
Louis J. Gomez.
Oh wow, he's with them. That's so weird.
Was I believe hosting?
Uh huh.
And then Kurt Metzger was the feature. I believe the story goes was that Kurt Metzger arrived late, didn't really give any notice or anything. He just showed up late, and everybody was kind of annoyed at him anyway.
Kind of like he showed up on Rogan's podcast and fucking shat on Owen.
Yes,
Benjamin.
Gomez was on stage and he was stretching things out and doing his thing. Kurt comes in and literally gives him the light, like with the cell phone, like comics, like gives him the light at a show. It's not even his. And
really?
Yeah, and then I guess apparently, like, you know, Louis J. Gomez is like, all right, like at first when he was on stage, he just saw it as like, all right, let me get this done. And then when he gets off stage, he's talking to Jay Okerson, whose show it is, and he's like, did you tell him that you told him to give me the light so I get on? And he was like, no, I just, and he's like, oh, this motherfucker.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
Yeah, so there was a whole hullabaloo backstage while Kurt was on stage, I guess, that was like kind of bubbling. And I guess Big Jay Okerson calmed everybody down. Cooler heads prevailed, and whatever. And then I guess they were going to have a talk about it. And then I guess after the show, or I guess when Jay was on stage, because he wasn't there to like control it. And I guess the other guys couldn't control it either. And there was some kind of, it wasn't a huge brawl, but
who the fuck does Metzger think he is?
Yeah, it was.
Honestly, like he's acting like Jerry Seinfeld walked into a fucking club. Or these are the names where you would go, oh, okay, I fucking get it. Like if Jerry Seinfeld walked in, or fucking even before the mask, if Louis C.K. walked in, he's acting like he's this fucking megastar. Dude, you were a writer for a TV show. I know we're all civilians, bro, and we don't do enough fucking energy drinks. But you're being fucking an asshole, man. What did he think? My time's more important. This civilian doesn't even make sense because these are he can't even respect other comics. Forget us normal plebs. He can't respect other comedians? What a piece of shit.
Look, Kurt Metzger has historically never been known for being the nicest guy or the best guy, but
neither has the other one.
He's Louis J. Gomez?
Yeah.
Louis J. Gomez is a dick, but
respectful dick?
Yeah, like I don't see Louis J. Gomez, like I mean I could see him fucking with somebody being out of line, like just getting carried away, but I don't see him doing shit like that. Like I don't know. He's a dick, but he's not the level of Metzger dick. Metzger has sort of really escalated in the last couple of years.
Dude, what is wrong with him?
It's all the caveman nitro energy drinks.
Yeah, okay. Any word on P.J. Okerson's fingerless gloves? Are they okay?
No word. Well, he was on stage, so I believe
okay?
both of the gloves are probably unharmed.
Thank God.
And yeah,
thank God.
No word on whether or not he got his two-toned hair tousled at all.
Okay. Well, I'm just glad. I'm glad everyone's okay.
You should never. No man in his late 30s, early 40s should have two colors of hair. Can we agree on that? Unless you're an Italian guy that has
with the white streak.
Yeah, you can
that's
have
fine.
You can have a natural white gray streak.
Yeah, that's fine. I think.
But you're not allowed to have like a red streak in your hair, right? I think that's. Could we make that a rule?
Yeah, I mean, unless there's no, because that doesn't happen naturally. That doesn't happen naturally. That's something that you put in there.
Yeah, it's a bright red streak with like dark.
It's weird.
It's like Lita, man. It's my fucking edgy guy.
Look, problem is, you're a civilian and you don't understand the comic scene.
Yeah, what do you think I'm going to sit here and fucking explain punchline structure to you? You fucking, why? What's the point? You've never been on fucking stage. You're a piece of shit. You fucking married and have kids? Good, whatever. Fucking get out of my face. I sit at a fucking table every night with fucking Colin Quinn and all these other guys and drink fucking caveman energy nitros.
I just said breakfast was over. We're only
fucking
serving
loser.
We're serving lunch now.
Okay, then serve me lunch then.
All right, what do you want though?
You're a fucking waitress. You tell me what the fuck to eat. I'm a comedian. I'll tell you fucking jokes. I didn't steal anything from Mad TV.
I don't watch that. I don't watch TV, sir. I just wanted to give you lunch. I don't understand why you're yelling at me.
He's gonna have a heart attack soon.
Yeah, he's fucking losing it, man. Who does he think he is?
I'm surprised. Like, I guess
I'm not even saying he's not funny. He's funny, but
from what I hear,
You're not funny enough to act like that, fucko.
From what I hear, cooler heads prevailed. There was a bit of a hullabaloo, but I don't think there was a fight. From what I hear, if there was, Louis J. Gomez would have killed him. Louis J. Gomez is a fucking
he's a problem.
because he hangs out with MMA guys.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's not for an MMA guy. He's not tough, but for a comedian, he's probably like at the Joe Rogan where he dabbles in MMA, so he'll fucking kill you. Yeah, I wouldn't fuck with Louis J. Gomez. So that was funny.
So fans have been.
He would have fucking killed Matt. I would love to have seen that.
A lot of fans have been asking us. A lot of people have been asking us.
Look, you gotta get a fucking regular shitty mic.
I know.
A lot of guys have been asking me.
Why don't you guys ever give hip hop classes? Well, your prayers have been answered. This is in 1980s, early 90s hip hop class, and I think we should all watch it together.
Def Jam. Here it is. Okay. Cut it.
Hey, I'm Dina. Look at my feet. My feet are straight ahead. You don't want to do that. You want to turn your feet out. I'm going to do this backwards. And that's what makes it look like hip hop. What this...
Wait. What? What? Huh?
It's hip hop dancing.
No, I get it. Let Dana explain to me what hip hop's all about.
I'm going to do that. I'm going to turn your feet out. I'm going to do this backwards. And that's what makes it look like hip hop. What this is with hip hop is everything's down low. It all is in a plie. I think the first thing that you need to know about hip hop, it's all about your posture. And growing up, my posture was really bad. My mom used to tell me all the time, stand up straight, stand up straight. Well,
my mom used to tell me all the time, stand up straight, date a man, date a man.
What in the name of fucking Christian entertainment is this?
It's hip hop dance class, stupid.
Stand up straight, stand up straight. Well, you know what? I was standing up straight. And hip hop is this. 1, 2, 3, 4, hit, and The more we...
That's hip hop, folks.
Is it not? Is it not hip hop?
Dude, of course. Like when I listen to Jay-Z's Reasonable Doubt, this is what I think. You know what I mean? When I listen to fucking Ready to Die by Biggie, that's what I think of.
Straight, stand up straight. Well, you know what? I was standing up straight. And hip hop is this. 1, 2, 3, 4, hit, and The more relaxed you are, that's what makes it hip hop. This is the first thing I want to say to you. You want to do hip hop? You got to stand like this. In a hip hop head, we have this. Boom, bam. Every time. Or Your hands are always like this. Start out just hitting it. Hitting it. Hitting it.
Okay, okay, this lady, man.
This is what we call popping.
Is that what we're calling it?
Straight. Straight.
Let's call it popping.
Straight. Straight.
That's good. That's very good. She's
popping and or locking.
I can't. Oh my God. This woman was like 40-something in the 80s.
This is, by the way, if you want to look this up for podcast listeners, just search for the worst hip hop class ever.
I'm willing to bet she's dead like Keyboard Cat by now.
Straight. Straight. I went to this club, right? And
it was a club that was mostly women with my same haircut.
It was a book club.
Oh.
They had no baggy pants and no sneakers.
Sneaks.
That was wild. I didn't know what to think about that.
What is this? Where did this come from?
She's from the streets, bro. She's from the fucking streets.
But this was like a thing, obviously, right? But was this on television? Was this?
I think it was an instructional video.
I need to know more about
I'm trying
this
to
woman
find
and
more.
what
Trust
she
me.
Did.
I'm trying. Listen,
because it's killing
so
me.
far, I'm trying to find the full video because these are clips from it. I cannot find it. This is like one of those things where somebody's mom probably had a tape, and they just ripped it up and put it up online.
That was wild. I didn't know what to think about that. I took some of this from an African piece. In the African piece, it was like this.
It's good stuff, bro.
An African piece?
Yeah, because you know how like Africans are always punching people.
Oh, okay, that's fair. I forgot
she
about
meant
that.
Detroit. She's just out there, and they were like,
From an African piece. In the African piece, it was like this, but in hip hop, it's like this.
Okay.
See, there's a difference.
She's kidnapped. Is this? I feel like these are like leftover tapes that were released from that house in California with the 12 kids.
Fucking yeah, exactly. This is them.
We're gonna teach hip hop, but this is back in the '80s when they only had the first 2 kids.
They're dressed like fucking Heaven's Gates people.
Seriously,
waiting for a comet to
these
come.
people, I feel like this woman and these children all died terribly shortly after this video was made.
This is me. This is how I am. This is a lifestyle. This is it.
That's actually not from hip hop dancing. That's her coming out to her parents.
This is the weirdest snuff film I've ever watched. there's a fucking there's like a fucking James Gandolfini sized guy with a fucking executioner gimp mask on right off camera.
This is a lifestyle. This is it. I'm into points a lot, but they're not your average points.
Def Jam.
People ask me
Guys, can somebody please find me the full video?
all the time.
Seriously, like all
What?
I can think of right now is like if we had the budget and the equipment to do it, I would film a comedy sketch version of this with a woman.
Oh my God.
Except it would be a snuff film. Like there would just be a dude with an executioner mask, like
Just standing
there, while she and these kids are like nervously like. And then here is a step 2 of the hip hop, and she just is like, "Look, oh God, I'm scared."
People ask me all the time, what are you going to do when hip hop goes out?
And then every once in a while, the executioner guy, fucking, he's got a cattle prod on him, and every once in a while, he just hits the button on it. Like he doesn't hit anybody with it. He just hits the button on it, so it makes the buzzing noise. It fucking makes everybody nervous.
Jen goes, "Why are you watching more Den videos?"
Yes. Oh, it's very fucking accurate.
Fear of a hip hop planet.
Oh my God.
People ask me all the time, what are you going to do when hip
Will
hop
Mark
goes out?
Collins Rector ever be stopped?
People ask me all the time, what are you going to do when hip hop goes out? Hip hop is an attitude. It's right here. It's how you feel. It's a style.
It's a fucking attitude, bro. It's in here. Lady.
I thought she was going to do one of these.
Lady, look, I hate to break it to you, right? Like, I've actually been out in those streets. Sold cocaine. You ain't cut out for the streets, girl. As much as you feel it here,
yeah,
you're gonna get.
You don't got it
Yeah,
here.
don't. Just stay in that whatever that weird dance studio / cult suicide dungeon that you've built for you and those kids. Just stay in there.
Hip hop is an attitude.
This feels
It's right
like,
here. It's how you feel. It's a
Is this what was going on in the bunker in the prequel to Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt?
Yes, they're making them all hip hop dance.
style. So it can go out. Hit, flex foot, bent back. It's all in your attitude. It's right here in your faces and how you dress. It's the way you look. I want to tell you another thing that makes hip hop hip hop.
This fucking lady, man.
Another thing that makes hip hop hip hop.
First of all, I want to know where you got these kids, you old fucking Joyce Meyer looking ass bitch.
I do this at the end of class, every class. I hit here, and I hit here, hit here. Sometimes I vary it. I'll give them a ba. They look at me like I'm crazy, but then they know this right here is me.
Could you... Do you understand that somebody... Man, look, there's a lot of young people that enjoy our show. I'd like to take you back to the 1980s. Is this late 80s or early 90s?
It's late 80s, early 90s. Same around that area.
I'll take you back a couple of years, kids. it actually took a lot of time, money, and effort to make a video like this back in the late 80s, early 90s. Like, even a shit video like this with the fucking swipes and stuff, like, that shit took money and time. Somebody made this. Somebody made this and was confident about it, and it got out. Somebody was like, check this shit out.
Looks like a Mystery Science Theater skit.
It really does. But this, like, again, to remind you people, this is something that nowadays you can make for...
Oh, yeah, easy. In your room.
if you had a couple of pieces of equipment, easily. But back then, this was effort.
Right here is me. And then I give him the peace.
I was kidding. I was kidding with the peace. Bruh.
Moment of silence for this woman. I can't take this anymore. How much longer?
10 seconds.
Oh.
And then I give him the peace. I'm out.
That was the whole thing.
She's good, though. I like it. Whatever happened, I want to know what happened to this lady.
I cannot find anything.
I want to know what happened to this lady and her weird hip-hop death cult.
Speaking of a death cult.
I'm sure they died in a gas leak or something.
Speaking of a death cult. 80 men brawl with machetes.
Oh, no.
In Germany. Now, I don't know if you know this, but the men all seem to be of South Asian descent.
Wow. These German men are out of control.
No. South Asian German men.
South Asians.
Listen, this reboot of West Side Story is absolutely not working for me.
Yeah, I mean, well, because it's a foreign film and they don't even have subtitles. It's terrible. Boy, you know, I'm hearing these South Asian gentlemen speaking and yelling. And they sure sound
South Asian.
Okay, sure. Sorry, South Asian.
South Asian men.
Because but the language seems to be more of like
South
sure,
Asian.
I got it.
Men.
Gotcha. Sorry. Okay, you know, I hate to bring it up again, right? But again, I'm hearing these guys speak. You know, and you keep using the word
karate guys.
Yeah, but
South Asian. Good at math. Bad at driving.
Here's the thing. I heard you.
South Asian.
You keep using this term South Asian.
And I don't think you know what it means.
And it's confusing to me because these gentlemen
are from South Asia.
Okay, you can keep going.
Zwei verfeindete Gruppen, rund 80 Beteiligte. Viele davon.
I was hearing them say some things there towards the end that sounded sort of
South Asian-y?
Okay, can we just sit? Look, they sound like Muslims. They kind of sound Arabic.
No, let me
They're Arab Muslims.
I'm gonna fix it for you.
They're Middle East.
Schwer bewaffnet. Ausgerüstet mit Eisenstangen, Schlagstöcke und Macheten wollen sie aufeinander losgehen.
Okay, well that is kind of a curved
greift
blade.
ein.
Die Kollegen von den Beteiligten einer Gruppe auch
Police
angegriffen, mit Flaschen beworfen, mit Aschen.
Hey, fucko, in English, please. In their own country, on their own channel.
They're arresting some of the South Asian men.
Lichte vorläufig fest, darunter Deutsche, Türken und Libanesen. Rund 20 Männer
I heard Lebanese. Did you?
verbringen die Nacht in Polizeigewahrsam.
Solches Verhalten von Einzelnen oder auch von Gruppen ist völlig inakzeptabel.
Polite German is the weirdest sounding thing in the world.
Inakzeptabel. Sowas können und dürfen wir in einem Rechtsstaat nicht zulassen. Und deswegen ist es gut, dass wir da auch in Zukunft in aller Konsequenz gegen vorgehen mit allen Rechtsstaaten.
Beteiligten nicht. Dafür kassierten sie eine Anzeige wegen Landfriedensbruch.
Listen, sometimes when you have diversity, it means you're going to have 80 men machete fights. You're the weirdo here.
Yeah, you're the one. You signed up for it.
I will say this.
You can't have fucking cultural enrichment and no machete fights. That's not going to happen.
Chivalry is not dead in Sweden, though. It is not dead in Sweden. This is another South Asian man.
Oh, man. Will these Asians ever be stopped?
I don't know. This South Asian man wants to sit on the train, and there's no seats available.
Oh, boy.
So, of course, there's an old lady who's sitting there with another younger woman, and this is how he gets his seat.
Stick härifrån. Det är ingen fara. Ja, bra för mig. Jag spänner sliven så. Ja, det är
Who the fuck is it, this guy? Hey, buddy, what's your problem? What's your problem, bud?
I just translated what he said. He says, "You guys are fucking civilians. I get to sit down."
Yeah, listen, fucking asshole. First of all right, I'm the one who's fucking going from gig to gig. I need a fucking seat.
Fucking civilians.
That he doesn't seem like he's very.
So what he does is he walks in and he hits the panel behind where they're sitting, like he punches it.
Yes.
Ja, bra för mig. Jag spänner sliven så. Ja, det är
Angrily. And then he hits it again. And look at this poor girl. Is freaking out.
Terrified.
By the way, here's a question. Is this gentleman over here a man? The one behind him? Are you a man? Look, I'm not going to fucking... Listen. I really don't go out and I don't look for fights. Look, I don't fuck with people. I don't do that.
No.
However, I would like to think that myself, and I'll speak for Mike here too, if you saw something like this happen, this motherfucker would get dragged by the back of his coat to the floor and stomped the fuck out.
Let's be fair here, too. I'm also not the toughest guy, and I'll admit that probably at least a good 30% of the time I've had my ass kicked for situations like
Yes.
this. But
doesn't stop you from trying.
You say or do something.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what I don't understand.
It's an old lady apparently sitting there with a younger woman. They both get up and he makes a move. This South Asian man.
Now, let's be fair. Where is this? Sweden, right?
Sweden.
Now, let's be fair here. I'm not going to make excuses for this man's cuckoldry, but they do live in a place where if you were to assault a South Asian man,
that's a good point.
You probably get life in prison. I mean, Dankula's fucking, facing jail time over fucking a Nazi salute that his dog did on a video. So, but no excuse there too. You still go like, hey, buddy, the fuck's your problem?
I do have a comment from the Swedish police.
I'm not sure
what that means. I'm not sure what that means.
Last time we had the Swedish ambassador, you said was clip, and he sounded exactly
He got demoted.
like this guy. How many people are in Sweden?
Like 10?
This guy does a lot.
They're all on the train.
Wow, man.
And they still all can't get a Tesla 3.
You guys are fucking useless.
One more time, South Asian man.
Stick härifrån. Det är ingen fara. Ja, bra för mig. Jag spänner sliven så. Ja, det är
What a fucking pussy.
I'm trying to see if there's some sort of context, like maybe they ran in front of him to get the seat, but even still, right? Isn't like the common, and listen, maybe I'm wrong, maybe it's different in Sweden, but like I've always taught ever since I was even a little kid that, if you get on a bus or a train and there's a woman, you stand up and you let the woman sit, or an older lady, an elderly person, you say, I'll stand up, you sit, ma'am. So is it maybe in Sweden, is it different?
No, the guy's a cunt.
Okay, I was just making sure.
That's a pretty universal. Like, I don't give a fuck what culture you're from. That's a universal thing. Like, even me, I'm a piece of shit. But if I'm taking up a seat and there's like, especially an older woman or something like that, I'm always like, hey, you want the seat?
Yeah.
No, all right, cool, then I'll sit. But you certainly don't fucking. And even if it was some kind of like where they fought for you don't fucking elbow the thing and get in their face like
You
the fucking
fucking idiot.
He is. That's some shit, dude. If somebody tried that shit in the right place in America at the right time, they'd get fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
And it wouldn't matter by who it was. If some Muslim dude went up to women and did that, it could be the most hood-ass dude on the planet. It could be, it doesn't matter. Somebody would be like, hey, fucko, the fuck out of that seat right now, or I'll fuck you up. You need dragged out of that seat, bro.
It's time to wrap up.
No!
Thank you for listening, guys. RevengeOfTheCis.com/donate is how you help us. RevengeOfTheCis.com so you can find stories. You can find everything. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, too, ROTC Radio, which is funny that our new Twitter account is doing way better than our old Twitter account. So thank you, everybody. Any donations would be greatly appreciated because they help us do the show. As you can see, we don't have many advertisers.
Except Amazon.
Well, I mean, you know,
the Amazon
banners you can click through, of course, which help us as well. BotherVapes.com. Tell them Merch needs more atomizers. And be like, and here, type this, go, hey, fuckos.
No, don't.
The boys at Revenge of the Cis want to know where the fuck their atomizers are.
Please don't do that.
Thank you for listening. Tell them that we're not fucking civilians and we need atomizers.
They're fucking caveman nitros.
I think it's illegal to ship caveman nitros.
Yeah. Whatever.
Thank you guys for listening. And now with the new rule, since some people do listen in California, this show may cause cancer. See you Monday.